When the Park Loop Road is closed to cars, Gary and I like to get on it and go backwards. We always approach it by our traditional way of going down Ledgelawn, turning right at the stop sign, and then going up a hill that I really dearly love to climb backwards. It's just a slow slope until we get up to the Eagle Lake Overlook. Maybe take a bit of a break before we start down what is wonderful. It's just an amazing downhill ride past the entrance to Cadillac. There's Gary. Of course, there's no cars doing what he loves to do, ride on the wrong side of the road. Won't be able to do that for very long. Tuck and dive down past Eagle Lake Road, a little bit of a climb until we get up to that next overlook, and then it's downhill again past the West Street Extension and approaching Duck Brook. What a nice, nice downhill. It's become one of, who's that on the wrong side of the road? I can't even imagine who that might be. This has become one of my favorite parts of the Park Loop Road because of this downhill and this long, sweeping slope that brings you down to the Duck Brook Bridge. And then all parties have to come to an end because our momentum slows here. And we've got to climb to the next overlook. But it's really, really not bad. There's beautiful views off to the right-hand side. And once again, we start down and going downhill until we get to the next barrier, which they have finally made so that you can get around, although I believe some motorcycles have used this entrance maybe, and those are the ones we saw up at the top of Cadillac. A right-hand turn, Gary always treats those signs as advisories, and we're on Route 3 going back. Now you'd think with all these cars that it might be not so much fun, but there's a nice margin. It's really not bad. Going past the bluffs, I sneak across the road. Gary didn't make it, and we're onto the Eden bicycle path, the shared use path that goes up in front of the hotels. Finally catch up with Gary, and we're up by the Blue Nose, the Cat, well, it's the Cat now, the ferry terminal. And then we get going, a lot of buses, a lot of traffic, and things are really starting to pick up. But anyway, we'll head on down here. Gary will at some point head off to the right. He'll go up to Prospect Harbor. And we're right now at the College of the Atlantic, but soon he'll veer off. I will continue down a rather bumpy path. His shirt has been replaced by this young woman in front of me with the blue shirt. And I'll follow her in until I meet Janice and It's Open Table. What a wonderful way to spend the afternoon. Thanks, Gary.